that was The Passion of Joan of Arc, which is also a silent movie. I think probably one of the most impressive performances ever in film history, I think, by Oliver, to this woman who made this Joan of Arc person come to life. She's so passionate, about her, and the scene we see of her here, justifying her reasons for believing in God and whatever. God has given her this gift to defeat the English army. I just find it so captivating. So it's so moving, and actually the music to this movie is also very important. By Richard Einhorn, it's a very, very beautiful soundtrack, which wasn't actually composed initially for the film, but it was inspired by the film. He used the film as a kind of inspiration for his piece of music, and that's why they combined themselves so beautifully together. It's almost as if he wrote the score for this movie, although the movie was made 70 years before, or whatever, or many years before. He made this score, and you see this the way they combine. The music combines with the scene is very, very beautiful, and I think that the film you should watch. You should watch this movie. Everyone who's interested in movies and film cinematography, they should watch this film, because it's not like your generic kind of 1920s film. None of the actors are famous. None of the actors wore makeup, and it's very stark in its kind of black and white imagery, and very beautiful film, but also very brutal film at the same time. And I really think you should check the entire film out, not just this clip. My name is Marke Reeder, and you've been watching STRRR TV, and my selection of clips. And now we're coming to the last clip, which is Captain Scarlet, with the soundtrack by Duran Duran, View to a Kill, which is from a James Bond movie. And some clever guy on the internet put these two together, which I rather like, because Captain Scarlet is from 1967. It was a puppet series made by the infamous Gerry Anderson, who made Thunderbird and Stingray, Fireball XL5, all these puppet series, which are very, very, very unique. They've stood the test of time. Kids watch them even today and are fascinated by this science fiction imagery and picture of the future. But Captain Scarlet was very different to all his series, because Captain Scarlet was infected by these aliens from Mars called the Mysterons, who kind of basically killed him, but he didn't die, and he was indestructible. He couldn't die, and they would try and kill him in every episode, but he would live. And in a sense, I actually confronted Gerry Anderson with the story about the Mysterons and Captain Scarlet, because the Mysteron main character was called Captain Black, which is something similar to the Darth Vader kind of image of a black, dark person who had power to destroy. And Captain Black, in a modern context, was very much like someone like Bin Laden. And the Mysterons were very much like Al-Qaeda. And I confronted Gerry Anderson, asked him about this, whether he actually saw the similarities between the two. Because I was under the impression that Bin Laden, being of a similar age group to me, he watched this program as a child. And he might have been influenced by the things that went on in this series. And Gerry Anderson was appalled by this idea that this could have been the case. And he hoped not that Bin Laden had watched this, and that his inspirations to fly planes into buildings or blow places like high-rises up had stemmed from his TV programs. He was quite upset by the idea that this could have actually been the case. But if you watch Captain Scarlet properly, you will understand what I mean. But this clip, which is the last clip, is just a beautiful combination between James Bond and Captain Scarlet, because I was always a fan of James Bond from being a small child, and I just like the idea of them putting together. It just fits so well together. So watch this clip, and I'll see you on the other side.